6:48, time now for the morning rush. Future plans for the state fairgrounds have not been finalized, but nearby residents are beginning to feel frustrated. At last night's town hall, planners went over information on pedestrian safety, research on historical buildings on site, and possible location changes. Hundreds of people showed up to oppose the idea of changing the fairgrounds location. Another meeting is planned for January.
The master plan for a new open space in the East Mountains has been given the green light by the Bernalillo County Commission. Last night, commissioners approved the Cedillo Ridge Open Space Master Plan. Well, that land located west of Edgewood was acquired back in 1999. Now the land will undergo a series of improvements to allow public access. The multi-phase project will create parking lots, gates, trails, and more.
While preparing his campaign for governor, Rio Rancho's mayor says he won't be running for re-election. Greg Holt says he will not seek a fourth term as mayor. He was the first Republican to announce his candidacy to replace Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, who is in her second and final term. Ryan.
And taking a look at the Ski Santa Fe area, we're at 32 degrees, snow on the ground from the snow guns, a 10-mile-per-hour wind, 80% humidity, maybe some drizzle, some wet snowflakes in the mix, but generally pretty cloudy. We will be seeing more rain and snowfall, colder conditions and stronger winds ahead.
As Albuquerque voters get ready to head back to the polls next month for a runoff election, one city councilor is hoping to make a shift in how we vote. Ranked choice voting is designed to avoid having a second election or runoff, saving cities time and money. City Councilor Nicole Rogers says that for those reasons, it's worth pursuing. The method would let voters rank their candidates in the order that they prefer them.
A new law is going into effect this morning following one mother's year-long fight to protect cyclists. Under the new code, drivers must stop at crosswalks for anyone waiting to cross. Drivers cannot pass a vehicle stopped at a crosswalk or intersection for a crossing pedestrian. The code also establishes rules for hawk signals.
A teen is now waking up behind bars after police say that he killed a man and then tried to hide the body in the trunk. Albuquerque police say that they got a call on Monday night about a shooting near 2nd and Manal. Police were able to use a license plate reader to locate the vehicle near Montano and Unser before a chase. The driver was identified as 18-year-old Dominic Spear. Spear later took off running but was arrested. Ryan.
And active patterns coming in with a storm system approaching today into tomorrow into the Great Basin with strong upper-level winds. That's going to really kick up the clouds, the rain activity, the colder air. And we could see tomorrow's high temperatures mostly in the 40s and 50s, 60s in southeast New Mexico, 30s in the high elevations with accumulating snow and winter weather alerts.
A Las Cruces teen is now facing charges in a deadly shooting from over the weekend. On Saturday night, Las Cruces PD were called to a home near Bugatti and Bentley Drive after reports of gunshots at a party. 4 people were injured and a 21-year-old died at the scene. Now Las Cruces police say a 16-year-old boy is facing multiple charges, including an open count of murder.
A 13-year-old who admitted to bringing a gun into an Albuquerque school has now been sentenced to 2 years of probation. Staff at Jimmy Carter Middle School found the fully loaded gun on the student back in May. The DA's office pushed for the 13-year-old to be held behind bars for at least 1 year, but in court yesterday, a judge ordered probation instead.
The suspect accused in the crash that killed a UNM hospital nurse is now facing 2 additional charges. Police say 42-year-old Brian Boyce was speeding down Lomas when he hit 28-year-old Alec Montoya. A grand jury indicted him last Friday on homicide by vehicle and open container charges. He was arrested yesterday afternoon. Ryan.
And taking a look at traffic right now, we do notice that we have mostly light traffic, and we do notice that we have an incident on I-40. We got reports of a fire near Coors, and also I-40. If you're looking in that area, just watch out for emergency vehicles. And taking a look at Tracker heading around parts of the metro, we do notice traffic moving along, mostly up to speed.
Mimo, the bottlenose dolphin, has now been delighting tourists and residents alike in the historic Italian city of Venice. Mimo's arrival in the Venetian lagoon was registered back in July, and experts say that he likely followed a school of fish and was reported in good health and nutrition as he feasted on a diet of various fish. This came after some concerns about possible wounds from nearby boats.
And now it's time for the 5 facts.
At number 5, local animal shelters are accepting donations to bring some Christmas cheer to their furry residents. The Animal Welfare Department is going to be hosting Operation Silent Night, accepting gifts for pets waiting to get into their forever homes. Participating locations are taking items such as beds, blankets, treats, dog and cat toys, and accessories. If you'd like to make a donation, you can visit a drop-off location from now until December the 31st.
And number 4, as Albuquerque voters get ready to head back to the polls next month for a runoff election, one city councilor is hoping to make a shift in how we vote. City Councilor Nicole Rogers is advocating for ranked choice voting. The method would let voters rank their candidates in the order they prefer them. If a voter's top choice doesn't have the votes to win, their second and more any subsequent picks would move up until a single candidate has the most votes. Ranked choice has been shot down 3 times in the last 6 years by City Council.
And at number 3, some rain, snow, wind, colder air, something we'll see in western northern areas today. And we'll see the activity moving through this evening. Tonight to tomorrow, some soggy, wet, and icy roadway conditions are likely for some.
And number 2, an Albuquerque teen is waking up behind bars after police say he killed a man and then tried to hide the body in his trunk. APD says they got a call on Monday night about a shooting near 2nd and Manal, with the caller saying someone had been shot and was dragged out of a vehicle. Police used a license plate reader to find that car at Unser and Montano. The driver was then identified as 18-year-old Dominic Spear.
And number 1, new traffic laws go into effect this morning. This new legislation was signed into law this week. Now, under the new code, drivers must stop at crosswalks for anyone waiting to cross. Drivers cannot pass a vehicle stopped at a crosswalk or intersection for a crossing pedestrian. And the code also establishes rules for hawk signals.